welcome everyone to Radio Waterdeep Mallrats Dragon Heist. Here, giving you that drive time commute 2 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon in the dock ward of Waterdeep. Welcome. Hello!
I really like that.
Yeah, I like that. Let's just keep doing that.
Okay, right. So we're going to do the whole episode like this, okay?
I really want some jazz now.
Oh, you want some jazz? All right.
Yes!
Here's some jazz you can't hear.
Yeah, jazz you can't hear. You can never hear it.
That's torture.
Actually, we've got a little bit of Spy City on at the moment. I think that's quite nice. I think we'll just have that kicking on in the background. Sorry, guys, that you can't hear it. I can make it so you can hear it, but it's probably going to blow your ears out if I do.
It's all good. It's all good.
I like my ears.
Welcome, everybody. It is 2 o'clock on a Thursday, which is a really weird time for us, but I'm glad that you're here with us. I can see Mama Thorpe is with us, so it's lovely to see you, Red Panda Gamer. Good to see you. But I think it's if you are here, do say hello in the chat. To be lovely to see you.
Bo's bedroom party's here. We finally got Bo's bedroom party on the screen.
Yes. Lovely to see you, my darling. It's so good to see you. But do say hello. Mwah, mwah. Okay, good. So actually, let's give a little shout out for Bo's actually on the chat. I'll remember how to do that.
100%. See, we're not awake.
All the love from the bedroom. All the love. Good. So so here I'm glad you guys can join us on a very unusual time for us. But yes, we're going to see how we go. As you might see, our lovely Oshisota is unfortunately not going to be with us today, which is fun, which is good. Yes, and
Right.
but so we've got the lovely picture up, so you can still see their lovely face. Not Gabby's lovely face, the character's lovely face. But Gabby's got a lovely face. So there we go, lovely. So I'd like to kind of today's going to be an interesting one. We're going to try a few different things out in terms of montages and planning and all this kind of jazz. I think that the investigation has kind of coming through to a head, maybe to a point where you might be able to have the information that you require to move on, which is great news. That's great news. I'm not going to ask how you guys doing because I only saw you 2 days ago. In fact, I saw Rob and Dan yesterday. So
I got my fire badge.
Oh yes, that is important. We need to find out how far you
got my fire badge. I recently caught a ghastly, which, as we all know, evolves into a haunter, which is one of my favorite Pokemons. I went through a cave. Here's my problem with the recent iterations of Pokemon, right? Mm-hmm. Is that due to the hundreds and hundreds of different Pokemon that they've made over the last few years, and I was telling Joe and Dan this before, but they've really ran out of ideas. Like there was one the other day, which is just a candle with eyes. There was like a coal fucking shoot thing. It was essentially just a barrel with coal in it that had a face, and it was it's called like coal shoot tea or something.
I think they really, really, really missed a trick there, not calling it Skull. I think they should have called it Skull.
I mean, it may be. It's just getting lazy. There's a fucking ice cream one. There's one that looks like a 99 ice cream. And it's called really? Vanillite or something.
That's
Hey, I'll catch you. I'm obviously going to catch you because I need an ice-based Pokemon, but this is taking the piss now at this stage.
Maybe it's a thing of the person who did the names for Dragon Heist also does the names for Pokemon.
Not many Zeds though. Not many Zeds in Pokemon we've heard so far.
Maybe Rob hasn't found them yet.
I don't think I have. I'm only 3 badges in, guys. So give me time.
That's quite a lot, isn't it? 3 badges.
Well, there's 8 in total, and then you have to go to the final showdown after you've become champion, and you fight the champion of champions.
Oh, I see. So you're nearly halfway. Yeah. So actually, you should have found some Zeds by now, Rob. Come on, mate.
Yeah.
Come on.
The more time I put into the less time I put into this, so it's really you're asking me to step away from all the what you're asking. And if that's the case, then It's just another character in the graveyard, and hey, I'm the gravedigger.
So good, so good. Alrighty, so I think we can sort of say how everyone on the chat is okay and all good. I've seen that we need to have another werewolf session. That looks like that needs to happen. And I say it's been a long time since it's been Soviet text turtle. It's been a long time. Soviet, so I can't read the text because it's so small on my screen.
Soviet X Turtle. They were brilliant because I sent them the link and they like immediately jumped into the Discord chat, not realizing they were there, and they ran away immediately. Like, oh god, I didn't know that would send me straight onto the stream live.
yes, Soviet Turtle.
Yeah, so I think we'll definitely do another werewolf. See if Zach will come back and do another one with us, or see if we can get Zach to come in as a player as well. That'd be quite nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be good fun. All righty, so let's get a start. So I'm going to open this script.
So for this week's recap, I have written a script for you all. They haven't seen it until now.
Fuck you, Rob.
I wrote it hastily and quickly because time is precious. So has everyone got their scripts open?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. It's time for another one of my wacky recaps for those of you that may not have caught up yet. I've decided this week to act it out through interpretive dance.
Stop, Rob. Just stop. I'm fucking sick to death of your glory hogging center of attention bullshit. I'm not the only one, right? Right, guys?
I'm actually quite tired of them as well, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. They tend to go on a little bit.
See, I bet even Gabs can't think of something nice to say about them either. Gabs?
Oh, well. I didn't know you felt like that. So how do you think I should do them then?
I think everyone would prefer it if instead of you doing them, I could use my beautiful voice and sing the recap instead.
Yeah, and I could use my amazing stage combat skills to choreograph an incredible fighting montage. I have a lot of stage combat experience, in case you didn't already know, you egotistical bastard.
And I could use those gorgeously improvised scene settings where I use a massive variety of different actors because, quite frankly, I am God.
And Gabby, what would you do? It's your silence that hurts the most, Gabs. All right, then, fine. If you think it's so easy, then guys, go for it. I'm sick of pouring my heart into this anyway. Go on.
I'm not actually warmed up enough.
Yeah, my hips are hurting a little today, actually.
And I've not quite mastered my Australian accent yet.
Yeah. I thought as much. Well, here I go then. Get ready for some interpretive dance. Do you know what, guys? Fuck you guys. You killed my flow. I'm just gonna do a boring recap from what I remember. Baggi and Pups got sad in a cat-filled alley, threw some stones and planned a murder. Oshi had a very boring conversation with Tack from the Assassin's Guild about getting some booze in for the new business. Phatts went and did some more boring shite at the Gauntlet headquarters, where he was given another job to this time find the identity of the Black Viper, and the group reconvened at home and had a boring chat about how they might be information on one of the Luskan ships in the harbour. Boring. Fuck you guys. And theme. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Literally, the moment I just saw
It's great.
accent, I was like, "Fuck you, you twat."
To be fair, I actually did a really good Australian accent there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Very
On a
good.
lovely low energy way to start our day. So I think we're gonna kind of pick ourselves back up. I just want about 3 seconds of saying something nice to Rob Thompson.
Which line is this now? Is this? Oh yeah. Oh, got it. Cool.
Okay, ready? So 3, 2, 1.
Is he
Good. So,
so harsh. That's so harsh. That wasn't in the script.
I was like, what's happening? Like, why is there a hand over his mouth?
Ego.
Oh, so good. But no, well done, mate. That was lovely for you to send that over. And it was a great one to kind of see. But yes, we had a very boring session last session, I think. I think we all had a very boring session last session. I mean, I had no fun. I had no fun at all. Did anyone else have any fun?
No.
No.
There was no perfect blend of silliness and sadness. There was no lovely scenes. There was no
information found.
No lore. No big discovery by Phatts at the end.
Boring. No superheroes. No, nothing.
No ice cream Pokemon.
No super cool Assassin's Guilds or anything. No, it was absolutely
no. And no cheese and pickle sandwiches.
Zord. That was the most exciting bit about it. I think Lord Zord,
of course. Lord Zord with his sword is bored. So this is so.
And also 3 Bon Jovi albums, wasn't it? Eyecatcher, Heartbreaker, Hellraiser.
Oh yes, yeah, the Bon Jovi ships. Right, lovely. I might rename the carnival. What do they call it in this nowadays? The fair.
The Lyre Festival. Is it the Lyre Festival? LYRE?
That's
like a fireworksy festival.
So it's actually called the Sea Maidens Fair. I think we'll call it the Bon Jovi Fair. I think from now on. Yeah. So very.
Are we halfway there?
Are we
to the Bon Jovi Fair?
It's tonight, isn't it? From what I remember.
Hey, are we doing it now?
Oh God, I hate you guys so much. All right. So we thought we'd do something a little bit different this time, which is, of course, this is called Dragon Heist, and there's supposed to be heists in it, right? Tonight.
Yeah.
So
debatable.
There isn't any in the original module at all, so this is kind of like us being able to actually put some in. So what we thought is actually we know kind of what it is we want to do. Right? We know that we want to kind of go to the docks. We know that we want to kind of go into these ships, and you said that you wanted to find something. What was it you wanted to find?
Oh, the
ledger.
The ledger for whoever they've sent these nimblewrights to, where they've gone. The addresses.
Exactly, but you know that it's between 2 nimblewrights now.
Mm-hmm.
4 and 7.
4 and 7. So if you can find one, then you should be able to figure out the other.
Yeah.
You also know that you need to. There's 3 ships. Say the Eyecatcher, the Hellraiser, and the Heartbreaker, and also the name of Lord Zord. So I kind of would like you guys. We're going to have like a chat about what's your plan. Mm-hmm. Try and execute that plan, and then the viewers can hope to see how badly
go wrong.
Exactly, yeah. Watch it all fall apart.
I saw 3 ships come sailing to Bon Jovi, to Bon Jovi.
Oh, mate, you're ruining your recap for next week with that. Like, I would say I definitely want that for next week.
All right. I'll just put my blood, sweat, and tears into yet another wasted endeavor. Sounds good.
I have to say,
the Wasted Endeavour's another ship in the harbour.
Yeah,
that's a great name for a ship.
It's a really good name for a ship. But I think that would be wonderful. So yeah, just put the idea there. Probably won't do it, but it's there anyway. All right. So what's your kind of your plan here? What's the big plan?
I think before we do start setting out a plan, can I invite the chat to throw in some suggestions as well? We might take them, we might not take them, but throw them in because I want to see what's in your brains.
Yeah.
From what?
Sorry, Evie, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, nothing very exciting. I definitely want to go and try and get some blueprints. There was one ship that I know Phatts was particularly interested in, which was the Eyecatcher.
Yes, the Eyecatcher is resting low in the water out in the harbour, whereas it seems that the other 2 are they're docked, I think, closer to shore, or at least that was what I assumed. Yeah, because it's sitting heavier in the water, that seems like it's got more shit on it. So
yeah, exactly. So kind of want to see if we can find out the ins and outs of that ship and where the ledger might be. How we get onto the ship, and what the ruse is, I don't know yet. Thoughts?
Well, were we not going to bring Neverember with us, saying that he was interested in making a purchase? And maybe we have like one person goes in, or a couple of people go in with Neverember, and as like the front of this, and then in the meantime you've got a SWAT team going in looking for things in other places, depending on what the blueprints say.
That's nice.
But at least Neverember and their big bag of cash can distract the probably the higher ups on the ship.
Yeah, sure. I like that plan. That's good. So we need to get hold of Neverember.
Was
The
there?
blueprints.
Do you know which ship you want to go onto? You said that you want to go onto the Eyecatcher.
Eyecatcher, yeah.
It's just very eye-catching, so we just...
We've already had our heart broken. We've already quite literally raised hell, so we should probably stick with Eyecatcher.
Okay, good. Well, you know that it's about a mile out in the dock. In fact, I can show you kind of where it is. Let's go over to the play screen. And here we are at the play screen. We're here. So let's go have a look at the docks. So down in the docks, there we go. There we can see them. So let's ping you guys over. Ping. All right. So you can see that there's two ships in the dock. And one is quite further out, about a mile out in the Great Harbour. So yes, so they're sort of sitting. That's kind of like where they're positioned at the moment. And I think up 9 is quite a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe we can't get to the Eyecatcher straight away.
No. Unless...
Was there any information about Heartbreaker or Hellraiser that you can remember, Rob?
No.
You want to walk that mile underneath the sea, don't you?
I'm thinking like a 7-minute mile is a good time for a marathon runner, and that's above water. It's going to take me, I'd say, 3 times as slow to try and run that distance underwater. So let's say it's a 21-minute mile.
That's quite precise. 21 minutes.
I think I could do it.
Let's say 25.
Let's say it's soft 25. That's no time at all when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So is Big Phatts going to be our sneaky one today? This giant wolf.
I think so.
How are you planning on getting
listening underwater?
How are you planning on getting into the ship?
Swim.
How are you going to swim?
Can you swim?
No.
You're making
But I've got 25 minutes to learn, Dan.
Okay, but I will also know, I think you've moved things in and out of ships. I don't think you've been on a ship, have you?
No, I don't think a metal man is good for a ship.
I think
however,
I do think everybody in the world knows that a ship is held down by an anchor.
Everybody in the world knows that, Joe. And that was the first thought that came to mind when you said it. Yeah, of course it is.
Okay, so you could climb up that. A la Pirates of the Caribbean. The first one.
Yeah, I think I'd do that.
Great.
Splash posh, get the ledger out, done.
I love it.
A
quarter of a ton. A quarter of a ton fucking Warforge is going to be the sneaky one. I think it's fucking brilliant.
If it goes wrong.
A quarter of a ton Warforge full of water.
Creaking because of the rust.
Oh God,
So,
we've just
also,
fixed
I'd like-
you.
I'd like to add to the chat suggestions for Rob's new character.
I'm actually down for that. I was thinking about crowdsourcing my next character.
Okay. So in that case, then we've got you can get across by walking under the water. What do you need to do that? Do you need anything?
Well, I don't have to breathe, so I think just walking, I guess. Now, I've been wronged before by you, Joe. In that my character sheet doesn't mention anything specifically about water problems, but I'm sure that we'll encounter some along the way.
And I'm just wondering if there's anything that you would like, for instance, when you get on the ship. Is there anything that you would like to purchase? Because you could go and buy stuff like bits of equipment and things like this.
A butt propeller.
Gotcha.
So I could speed that 25 to a soft 20.
Well, I think you've got somebody who can make something like that for you.
I was going to say, I can definitely whip that up. Yeah. give me 5 minutes.
All right, so you get a butt propeller. So then you need some time to build that then. Baggi. But how do the rest of you get over there?
On a grand ship with Lord Neverember. And there's canapes and champagne and dancing and drink. I mean, I don't know. That's the ideal, but
cruise.
That's not a bad shout. I wonder if Neverember's got a boat. So that if that's what you could do is if we managed to get a smaller boat, head over to there. I'm assuming this is the sales ship. This is the one that you go to if you want to buy a nimblewright. Two people go on the boat. Maybe one more of us. Maybe Pups jumps off overboard just beforehand and like swims the last bit and shimmies up the anchor rope with Phatts.
Right. I love that.
We all know goblins are strong swimmers.
Great climbers.
Well, I did get some gold from Lord Phelan. So we could buy a boat. We could buy a boat.
Or charter one.
Ooh.
We could literally do the Pirates of the Caribbean thing. Get a small rowing boat, put it upside down. You fucking air breathers can sit in that little bit of air, and Phatts can pull you along. And
okay, so this important question then is what time of the day you're going?
Dead of night.
You go dead night, so you get a proper sneak. All of you are going to sneak on.
Every one of us successfully.
That's good. That's a good idea. So you're going to go in the nighttime, sneak your way in. So you're going to need to find some sort of rowboat or something like that. So I'm guessing you need to talk to somebody on the docks who could maybe give you that boat or rent you that boat.
Little fisherman. You just need a little fishing boat, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evie, do you have message or sending?
Let me look. I actually don't know how to do.
Because I'm thinking a harbour-based fireworks display would surely get the attention of a lot of the crew.
I have neither of those.
Great. Well, we could have someone on the shore, maybe little Ricks or something, to set off a load of fireworks in exactly 25 minutes time.
Okay, that's good.
So that would allow us to get onto the boat with the sound of us getting onto the boat and likely Evie and Pups fucking it up along the way. Baggi and Pups, sorry. And it will be covered by the fireworks.
Nice.
Great. So we are doing a little scene with little Rick's buying fireworks.
Right.
What a terrible idea!
Well, it is 4 to 5. It is 4 to 5 weeks until the Bon Jovi Fireworks Festival. In fairness, so it's probably like Lunar New Year. Probably every store is doing fireworks right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, also, if we wanted an extra pair of eyes / extra helper on the ship, I do have a homunculus servant through my infused item feat. So could potentially send on a little something.
Maybe they could cause a distraction.
True. That's true.
Maybe you could just send them to just start going and throwing shit and making a mess and generally being a nuisance.
Great. Oh, I love it. Okay.
So just to kind of recap, because this is recap getting us to essentially now we're up to the point of sneaking on the boat. So the idea currently is that Big Phatts will be underneath. You're using the rowboat like a diving bell. Yeah. To go underneath for a mile, come up through the anchor. Oh, that's cool, because then your boat, you could get the boat to float up and then turn over, and then you've got boat escape. You're going to climb up on the thing.
That's what we meant.
Fireworks are going to go off, and the homunculus is going to climb up the other side and cause a distraction. so you guys can get on. That's the plan so far.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just so we're clear.
Great. Okay. Then we're on the boat.
Yeah.
Do we need to see the boat?
Why?
I mean, Neverember going on. Are we all?
I think
I guess if
taken
we're going at the
Neverember
dead
out
of
the
night,
mix now.
It sounds as if you're going a very different route from what you originally said. So
So
maybe
not like us.
Do you still want Neverember to come?
I mean, he doesn't have to. It'd be good to have him there if we get caught, because then we could be like, "I'm terribly sorry. We've been travelling for days. We were meant to arrive earlier this afternoon, and we got laywayed. I don't know, something. We're here to inquire about a nimblewright." Do you know what I mean? It's a bit more of a cover story if we do get
if we get found 3 decks down in the middle of a dark room,
exactly.
we're like,
this isn't the bathroom.
Oh no.
Okay, fine. Scrap that. Okay, we're all sneaking. Fine, great, good. Fine.
Okay, cool. I'm going to say that for the sake of planning. For the sake of planning, Baggi, you've already got these blueprints, but we still want to see that in the montage, heist montage. We want to see you getting the blueprints.
Great.
So you've got this is essentially, of course, basic ship design. So this may not be the internals that are actually there.
Okay.
But you can see that this is kind of like the general gist of it. So you know that you have what's known as an all-up deck, which is kind of let me get this right. Which is sort of like a deck that's lower than the main deck. Then you have the main deck. Then you've got the fore and aft deck, so those kind of lifted areas, and then finally what's known as the aft castle, which is where the steering wheel is. What's it called? Not steering wheel. What's it called? Helm.
Yeah.
Then it tends to be a lower hold, an upper hold, and a lower hold.
Okay.
I think that things like ledgers and important information will be kept in the captain's office.
Yeah, same.
I believe that to be true as well.
Especially if this Luskan group of people are up to no good, then that information would be very valuable and would likely be kept with the highest ranking member on the ship.
Okay. So looking at this, I think you identify the captain's quarters as probably being under the aft castle, so on the aft deck. The aft deck.
Yeah. Aft deck.
The aft deck. So if you think of it this way, you've got like the castle, and you've got the aft decks, and then you've got the main decks, you've got the all up, upper hold, lower hold.
Cool.
Right. It's confusing because the way it's kind of like arrows going across makes it look like something else, but it's not.
Yeah.
I thought they were waves.
Yeah, creative artistry on the blueprint. So that's kind of like what you could see. So you kind of know the layout of what each part might have. You think you want to go to the captain's quarters? Okay.
So realistically, it depends on where the how to get in via the anchor and the chain. Where does the anchor normally actually drop from on a ship like that?
Usually is from the front on these ships anyway.
And then there's a little hole that we'd have to climb in through the mechanism and possibly into like engineering or something like that.
You might be able to get onto the main deck, but like on the front part of the main deck, for instance.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so you're going to be coming in at, let's say, the north end, the fore deck, the fore front of the ship, the bow. Yes, the bow of the ship. There we go. Probably under the figurehead, and you're going to come up that side, but you want to get to the other side of the ship. Okay. So how are you going to go do that?
Well.
Pups.
Well, yeah, Pups can scope it out and presumably there won't be that many people on deck if it's dead of night. There'll be like a skeleton crew. I mean, alternatively, we could literally just Mission Impossible it round the edge. You know, find someone who's leaning over, pull them over, carry on.
The whole ship just moves when Phatts goes around the edge. It just tilts.
Yeah.
Sneaky. So you want to murder people as you go? That's your kind of your thought.
Not necessarily murder people as we go, just like, you know, if not aiming for people, but like try and avoid them.
Yeah, knock them out. I don't put them in the water though, because there will be a splash and someone will hear it and be like, "Man overboard," and then it will be chaos.
Yeah.
I feel like if we start at one end and you've got to get to the other, to the captain's quarters, then in order to do that, realistically, we actually want anyone here to get onto that side. So it's almost like whilst you're shinnying along or hiding in something or under something or behind something, that's when the homunculus servant can do something. Maybe it becomes a mechanical winged creature and gets caught up in some fucking ropes or something and is like, ah! And then people come over. It's a seagull, but it's not a seagull.
Albatross.
Maybe.
Albatross.
Yes. Oh shit. Maybe the fireworks is the thing that like draws everyone's attention over for us to get on the boat, and then the homunculus is the thing that like draws all the people into one side so we can then scoot across.
Perfect.
Minimal murdering.
Yeah, ideally.
Because ideally you guys want to get on and get off again.
Yeah. So then once the albatross has caused chaos, the big sneaky boss, i.e. Pups and Phatts, make their way to the captain's quarters, and they just happen to find exactly what they're looking for, and it's all great.
Hey, maybe there's some sort of numerical code in that Pups will just break in like 7 seconds flat. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, because I mean, realistically, is it going to be kept away in something like a safe, or is it just going to be
probably this? Well, I don't know. I guess it depends. I've just had a thought. Have you got Featherfall as a potential spell?
Oh, I think I do.
Let's just throw ourselves off the end of the ship at the end and just slowly float down.
That's brilliant. Yeah, let's do that.
We're jumping into water.
Yeah, but we don't want a big splash.
Yeah.
You want that.
And also, like, jumping off a ship that size, you're going to take some damage.
I don't think so. I don't think Joe would do that to us.
I'm fine. I've got slow fall, you know.
I mean, I do like the. Nope.
Yeah. It'll be like synchronized diving. Just we'll make this tiny. We'll all point our toes and put our hands above our heads like this, and just make this tiny little splash.
I'm belly flopping it.
What I could do as well is I could make it so that once you've gone through into the captain's quarters, I could either set up some kind of alarm, maybe, so that if someone is coming, then you will hear, or alternatively, I could make the terrain harder for them to get through, like just outside the captain's door. Like there's been a spillage. So you have more time. Potential.
I think I like the alarm idea. More distractions, more getting them away from... Although one thing, we probably need to make Phatts fairly incognito here, because if they see a Warforged, like causing loads of shit and belly flopping out of a boat, whilst the entire press is hounding Warforged as being dangerous and reckless, and there's a big like smear campaign, then it's probably not the best look.
Put some lipstick and a fake nose on him.
Yeah, I'd say just a disguise kit will do me fine.
That'd be terrifying. I just had this idea of you having a latex mask on.
Oh, God.
Pups just takes off his mark. He's like, do you want this?
All right, so you want to get across, cause a distraction, get into the captain's quarters, spend some time there, get an alarm going, or find it difficult to get in, get hold of the thing, leap out the window, use the feather fall to plop into the water. Big Phatts sinks to the bottom. You guys get on the boat and you try and get back.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Easy
peasy.
peasy.
In and out in 27 minutes, I'd say we'll do it.
I just know this is gonna go so wrong.
Yeah, but we did.
Okay, so now you've got that. Now it's time to think about contingencies.
Yeah.
No, we'll improvise. We do what we do best.
Okay.
I'm actually not going to think of a contingency.
There are 6 health potions in the sabotage bombs thing, so I'm imagining that's going to be part of my montage of prep.
Yeah, grabbing all of those.
Yeah.
I'm thinking just punch a hole in the side of the ship, and then it starts to sink.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
There you go. Done. Sorted. Right.
Hostage,
Let's go.
Hostage with the captain.
Oh. No, that's such a bad idea.
Well, if we're talking contingencies, we're talking if things go bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Do you want to hold anybody? You want to hold them? That's a good point.
Okay.
And presumably we're gonna I know you were sort of I know you were saying about the disguise kit, but presumably we're going to try and do something in terms of attire or look to try and mask off, the D&D equivalent of the, tights over the face.
The other option is Phatts doesn't have to actually have to come aboard. That he can climb up the anchor while you two go up and the fireworks are going off. He could then actually punch a hole in the other side of the ship that will spring a massive leak. Everyone's going to be running to try and fix that leak. Presumably the captain would be called and maybe left alone in their room, and that would give you two time to go in.
Not a bad shout.
That's not bad. If you got Phatts on below deck's distraction, Baggi and the
great show
on
below deck. Great show. Phatts
So then,
below deck.
in that case, then there is a way in that will get you directly into that Orlop deck, which is to sorry, Nat 20's coming. Say hi to Nat 20, everybody.
Hi, Nat 20.
Just humour him, chat. We don't see anyone else there either.
There is a way to get into the Orlop deck. However, it's not particularly nice. You could go in
the poop deck.
You could go up through the poop deck, and that would bring you into the Orlop deck, which means that you could feasibly be able to kind of punch a hole, or try and find your way further down Phatts to make a hole.
Pups loves poo. He loves being around poo.
I don't mind doing something like that. Yeah, I was thinking just if I climb up the anchor and then just get underneath the ship when all the fireworks are going off, just start fucking ramming it until a massive hole happens.
Okay, so I am going to say that this is knowledge. Is your attacks underwater.
Yeah.
Yes, it'll be a disadvantage. I know it's a massive ship. But
Sure.
I think it might be slightly stronger than that. So maybe there's something that you can work with Baggi to kind of create something.
Great.
Like a drill, maybe get a drill hand.
Corkscrew drill thing, yeah.
Corkscrew drill hand.
That's
pretty
so
cool.
cool.
That's
Can
a
you
great idea.
reskin your cannon to make something incendiary or pneumatic
Ooh.
or force damagey?
I think I will let you use one of your what's it called? Infusions to infuse Rob's hand as a corkscrew.
Great. Let me
Okay.
see what I can do. Yeah,
But
great.
your hand is going to be a corkscrew for the rest of the day. If that's okay. Where's he gone?
Oh no, we lost him.
Oh.
Oh, he looks so bored. You just thought he was normal.
And now we're probably on that magic 10 seconds where he can
Oh,
hear
we can
everything
hear
that we say.
everything that we say. But I think that might be a way of doing it, is that you could use one of your infusions to do that. Which means, Big Phatts can stay underneath and start digging the hole.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
nice.
That's a great idea. Great shot.
He can cause mischief and he's never gets seen as well.
Yeah, so you can just run around and do whatever he likes.
Yeah.
I'd love it if you could sink this ship. This would be amazing. Okay, Cool. So you're also thinking, if it goes a little bit wrong, grab the captain, bit of intimidation, try and get some info out of them, and dump them down. Maybe knock them out, maybe kill them. It's up to you. In terms of contingencies, what happens if you get to the captain's office and it's not there?
Oh, that's a really good thought. Pups.
Figure out.
I think that will depend on what the rest of the how the rest of the heist is going. If everyone's distracted and we've got time to go and look somewhere else, we can go and look somewhere else. If it's like literally you've opened the safe, it's not there, and there are a crew on the thing, then I say we just sort of burst through and dive out and feather fall it out. Like I think that the last contingency has to be just bail off the side of the ship.
Yeah.
But if things are going well, and if Phatts is causing a sufficient ruckus down at the bottom with his drill hand, and if we're not under any pressure, then we can definitely check some other places. And who knows if between Phatts and the homunculus and everything else that's going on, we might have there might be all hands on deck kind of situation. We might just be able to just throw complete caution to the wind and just fucking ransack everything we can find.
Yeah.
We were just saying, Rob, that we can use one of Baggi's infusions to turn your hand into a corkscrew.
Ah, sick. Okay,
but your hand will be a corkscrew for the rest of the mission.
That's good. I'm happy with that.
We're just talking about if it isn't in the pirate's captain's office, then what happens? And pretty much the thing is, if it's going well, we can keep searching. If it's going badly, you jump off the ship. So it seems as if your Hail Mary is jump off the ship, I think.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay. So Baggi has to prepare a couple of different spells. I'm guessing you've prepared those. So
I have indeed.
Great. So things you need to do: you need to get a boat, you need to get some fireworks. We need to do the infusion of the hand because I think that'd be pretty cool to see. And blueprints, I'm forgetting to say we've probably already done that. And Mini Mummy, thank you very much for that. So that's kind of what I can see. Is there any extra equipment you guys want to buy?
I think Pups would like to get some sort of like grappling hook or something to make things easier, because not the strongest. Going to need a hand getting up onto that ship.
Okay, so we say grappling hook. We'll say is 50 silver pieces. So you can take that off the family bank.
We also might need something to secure our boat once we've snuck along, and then
I think you guys have got rope. I think you guys have got rope and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, just tie it to the anchor chain.
Okay, great. Cool.
Anything else? Any other special things you might want?
Well, if I'm getting a homunculus, I do need a gem or a crystal, I believe. I might really have one.
How much does it need to be worth?
It needs to be worth... Let me just double check. My computer's being so slow. It needs to be worth... I think it's only worth like 10 or 20 gold pieces or something.
Okay. Okay, well, you can get hold of it. You can get hold of a gem.
No, it's 100 gold pieces.
All right.
Well, I'm assuming this entire adventure is being paid for by Lord Phelan, right?
yeah, basically.
So, minus 100 gold pieces off you then, and you get your hold of your diamond.
I'd like to get some ball bearings or some caltrops.
Cool. Let's call that bag caltrops. Let's call it 2 silver pieces.
Cool. And ball bearings?
About the same.
Okay.
Just be conscious of weight.
Yeah.
Depending on how many you get.
Yeah.
Any magical item stuff, potions, etc.
I'm gonna get those 6 potions.
Yep. So you got 6 healing potions already.
What about underwater breathing? Just in case we encounter a a problem.
It's 250 gold pieces.
Ooh,
For one.
I don't know how much.
For one.
I don't know how much money we've got.
Magic potions to cost that quite a bit. Unless anybody wants to give us some in the chat from their points on advanced healing, advanced potions options on our points.
Random premium potion.
You can get. I'll allow you to choose one for the premium potion, if somebody wants to.
Nice. And
there we go.
Actually...
Thank you, Red Panda Gamer. So there you go. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. So you want to get water breathing?
Right.
Nice.
This is great.
It's like shopping. This is like online shopping. Mama Thorpe put camera, Baggi invents the camera. I should bring just for the trip, just for the memories.
Yeah, just so you can make a little scrapbook.
Hey.
There you go.
Taking pictures with the captain.
So you can breathe underwater for an hour after drinking this potion. It's cloudy green, smells of the sea, and has a jellyfish-like bubble floating in it. Like someone's gobbed in it.
It sounds delicious.
So you got one of those.
Something else that I was going to say as well. No, I can't think of it. It's gone. It can't be that important. Oh, that was it. I was going to say, what if? I mean, it doesn't matter so much now, but we've still got all these silver bars that we haven't sold.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I feel like we did something with those. Didn't we give them to someone? Or
gave some of them away. I gave some of them away when we fought that guy with 1,000,000 hit points, but you then handed more off to me. Like I've got 3 up in my room.
Yeah. So there were 50 gold pieces each, I think.
Yes.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, as part of my montage, Pups is just going to go and sell those to get some money.
Okay, great.
50.
Phatts will give you some of his as well. He's got some of his.
Yes. How many have we got in? How much have we got in total?
I've got 2 silver bars.
So that's 5. Baggi, have you got any?
I think I've got 3.
Okay, so that's 8. So 50. So that's 400 gold pieces.
Gold.
400
gold. So you add that to the pot.
I'll add that to mine. I'll add that to my personal, and then we can put it in with stuff later.
Cool.
Saying that, Mama Thorpe, talk about putting a camera to have a look around. There is a spell that does that, which is Arcane Eye. So if anyone ever gets hold of Arcane Eye, essentially you can fly around an invisible camera and it can have a look at things. It's an extremely good spell.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. And maybe you could even attach that to your homunculus and then let it kind of run around, which would be really fun.
That is cool.
Amazing. Sticking a GoPro to a dog.
Yeah.
So, so you've got your water breathing. Is there anything else you'd like to buy? No?
I don't think so. I'm not great with D&D shopping. I'm not too good with
Are we gonna, if we get the list of where these nimblewrights have been ordered to, are we just gonna take it, or are we gonna try and copy it in some way, or note it down ourselves? I'm just wondering if there's a way of doing that.
You got your sexy pen.
I've got my sexy pen. I don't know if it's waterproof. Who am I kidding? Of course it is.
Cannon. Arcane cannon.
That's a good point. Are you going to take your cannon with you? Probably not.
No, I think it would. I don't think there's a way of waterproofing it, and I don't want it to break. I think it would just get waterlogged as well. I don't think it would be useful, and it would just weigh me down.
That's true.
Even though it's only little, but yeah, I think I'm good. I think I've got my spells. Yeah.
All right. Okay. There's the plan. So let's go over the plan, shall we? The whole plan is that you're going to walk along the ground and of the water of the harbour with big Phatts. You guys are going to be diver bell under the boat, walking along. You're going to stop, climb up the chain. You're going to... Big Phatts going to stay outside. Fireworks are going to go off on the thing. You guys are going to climb in, not through the poop deck, or do you decide not to do that?
That's what you're going to do. That's your drilling.
I think he's staying outside, isn't he?
Yeah, the point of the drill is so that I can stay pretty much where the anchor was, isn't it? And start drilling at the bottom of the boat. So I don't need to go through the pooper scoopers.
So you guys go up to the main deck at the bow. Fireworks go off. Homunculus is going to try and get around a different place and make a noise. Big Phatts going to start drilling. And you guys are going to sneak your way to the captain's cabin. Try and have a look to see if there's a safe there. Get the ledger. Jump out the window. Plop onto the water. Big Phatts joins you. And then you take the boat and you go. Big Phatts walks across the water.
Yeah. We need to make sure we have oars.
That'll come with boat, surely.
Well, Big Phatts could pull you, right?
Yeah, just tie a rope to me.
Yeah.
I'm a butt propeller, yeah.
and then me and Pups are just like sitting ducks, like slowly being towed back to safety, just like, I hope no one sees us.
Okay. All right, then. Well, I think we might be ready for our montage.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So let's go to the theme. All right. So we see. Let's turn that off for a second. Okay. So we see a shop. On the front, it's got like a magical neon light that kind of like goes like. As we see on the top, cherry bomb fireworks. As we see this tiny 8-year-old wander over, and like from the viewpoint of the shopkeeper, the door sort of swings open on its own and then closes. As we see this gold bag sort of appear and just get dropped on the top. As it kind of like cuts around to the shopkeeper's face, he kind of looks over, and there's a very discerning look on his face as this tiny little kobold sort of looking up at him, and then goes like, goes underneath and picks up the biggest box of explosive fireworks he could find and hands them to the 8-year-old. Cut to.
Just like a tracking shot down a long alleyway. We hit a T-junction and Pups just appears in. It's almost like Naruto style running down this alleyway as we track them down. Skids and goes out to one side. Goes out to the next alleyway where a hooded figure is waiting. Close up of their eyes, they narrow. Close up of Pups' eyes, they narrow. Suddenly there's a half a handshake happens, immediately followed by silver bars and potions and potion of water breathing and grappling hook and caltrops and ball bearings, and it just sort of goes in, out, and Pups, feeling a bit more laden, sort of looks one way, looks the other, looks up, and just jumps out of shot, having pulled themselves up over a wall. Cut to.
A close-up of Phatts' disgruntled face. He's sweating bits of oil as he looks pained, and you can just see over by his face his shoulder and his arm placed on a table with a figure in a large welding mask and sparks flying as little Rix approaches and places another cigar in Phatts' mouth. And as he's smoking away, and he turns back and he looks at, and she's put a spatula on his hand, and he goes, and she goes, ah, and then it cuts it back to, and he looks at it, and it's a whisk, and then he puts it away, and he brings it back, and it's a cool corkscrew thing that he then places the cigar on top and smokes with it. Cut to.
Baggi's workshop. Phatts has already had his corkscrew fitted. There's mess everywhere. There's various different items. There's like feathers and umbrellas that have been pulled apart. Mechanisms all over the place. There's one particular crystal and you see Baggi is just finishing up what from afar looks like a propeller, but on close up is actually just a load of old shoehorns that have been sort of like glued and like screwed into this huge cog, and she holds it up and spins it, and you see that it's become this amazing propeller to be fixed to Big Phatts' butt later on. She then turns back to the homunculus and decides that the crystal, and she starts bringing together various items again from the kitchen, from all over the place, and utters some words out loud to the room, focusing on this crystal. She just says, "Come forth, winged beast, with voice so shrill, and become part of our team." And as she does so, she turns a tiny little tiny screw, and the whole thing just sort of comes together in like flashes of light, and it grows like these big wings and this huge beak and these mechanical looking feathers, and just starts like hopping all over the place like to.
As we see, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going around. As we see, kind of like onto the ship itself, so you see these sailors looking around, going. Cut to
a giant barren wall on the side of the Dragon's Den that has yet to be dressed. It's been completely overtaken by this crude charcoal drawing of plans of rooms and like a flow diagram that still looks like it's been made by an 8-year-old. Pups very deftly with their quarterstaff points to various spots, highlighting the plan to Oshi. And just before we cut to the next step, we land on one poop deck. Cut to
a bath filled with water. The camera is inside the bath looking at the tap through a kind of murky haze as it's running. We then see Phatts' head completely submerged under the water, and a cigar placed into his mouth, and an attempt at lighting it underwater before it pops back out again. Second time, head in the water, cigar, this time with blowtorch, and then pops back out again. Third time, the cigar is extinguished upon getting in water, and the water is dashed out of the bath by a hand of Big Phatts. Cut to
a towel that comes over and just taps his head from Little Rix during the training as he stops the stopwatch. Cut to
Oshi is up in a turret in Trollskull Manor, having a cigarette and looking very, very unimpressed at what's happening. Baggi is down below, holding on to some kind of... It looks like it was once an umbrella. It now looks like almost like a piece of torture equipment. It's been that badly kind of tampered with. And Baggi calls out to Oshi and is like, "Okay, jump!" And Oshi's just like, "No." Baggi's like, "Come on, it will work." Anyway, underneath Oshi appears Lil Rix, who's like, "Oh, and Baggi's suddenly very, very terrified of Little Rix doing it. She was quite intrigued to see Oshi do it. And Little Rix just jumps off, and Baggi kind of like opens up the umbrella towards Little Rix, and as he's falling and he hits his like maximum falling speed, he suddenly just goes boom, and you just see his delight as he's like, you cut to.
As his feet touch the ground, the camera continues to fall down past the sewers until we're in front of a great and ancient door that we flow through like ghosts, and so do we see a room filled with hundreds and thousands of dragons.
That was so much fun.
Well done, guys.
It was great.
That's the coolest we are going to be this episode.
So, you want to buy a boat? As you see this like old human, he's got he's got an eye patch on, half his teeth are gone, scraggly beard, and he definitely smells of like pilchards.
Yes, we just did a very simple fishing boat. We've got a child here who's very interested in just going out and having days out, fun.
Oh, you want it to be a sailboat or you want it to be a rowboat?
A rowboat, I think, is probably more within our budget.
I see. You be all right operating it?
Well, it can't be that hard, can it? You just sort of do that. Oars, yes?
I see. Are they for renting, I suppose?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, then
Just the simplest boat.
That'll be 600 gold pieces for the day.
That's interesting. I was told that it would actually only be about sort of 250 gold pieces to rent for a day.
Who told you that then?
The guy around the corner. Didn't catch his name. Little scraggy old fellow. Looks a lot like you.
Oh, Jeremy.
Yes. Yeah. Jeremy.
Oh, he's a dirty liar.
Right. Okay. Could we maybe get it down a little bit more? As it's only for the day. We only need it for a little bit.
And then he kind of looks up and says, "Who are you two?"
We are the executive guard for Lady Baggalina here. And she doesn't here purely just to make sure that all business transactions are carried out correctly and within the correct business ethics of Waterdeep.
Oh,
I think you might be overcharging there.
Eyecatcher and the Pups down the other side. As he looks down, you can see little Rix is in like a tiny sailor's suit. He's got a lollipop. And a bag behind, a massive bag. Oh, which eye is it? That one. Oh, I see. Do you want to do an insight check? See if he might be overcharging?
Yeah.
It feels like a lot, doesn't it?
15.
15, yeah, that's good enough, I think. Yeah. It should cost about 50 gold pieces. Which eye is it?
Oh,
that one.
You must be one of those. I'm afraid, Lady Baggalina, this poor gentleman has one of those afflictions where they add zeros to numbers. It's not their fault. It's not anything you need to worry about. Actually,
well,
my associate here.
I am in the room. You can't talk to me like that.
I'd keep your voice down if I were you.
He looks up. Oh boy.
Yes, my associate here, the metal gentleman, is wonderful at a particular kind of therapy, quite a physical therapy that helps remove zeros from numbers. It's a terrible affliction that we'd.
Do you want to do an intimidation check with advantage? Because I think Big Phatts behind with his corkscrew hand. It's like sort of stood there.
Did you need some dental work done as well? Because he can.
Well, there's plenty of people that you could get a boat from, I'm afraid, but it's 500 here.
Seems the price is going down already. 600 a moment ago. Which suggests to me that you're not telling us the actual price of the boat.
Well,
now,
I'm saying that I think
shortstop.
Oh, listen to what?
I'm saying, listen here, shortstop.
Oh,
I can make it.
And he kind of puts his hand down underneath and gets an ear horn. And then he's going to start playing the frail old man from now on. So he sort of like suddenly croaks down.
He'll take the ear horn and crush it in his hand.
Do you want to do an intimidation check?
Can I do the rest of what Phatts would say as we approach the intimidation check?
Now I can make it seem like you can see out of both eyes or none at all. You're gonna overcharge us like that, then I can pay you a hefty sum for fixing that back of yours so that you don't walk or do much again. Is that clear?
intimidation.
Oh, fuck.
Right.
And what you see is that Phatts' butt propeller starts spinning.
And smoke starts coming out because that's your vacuum system. It's been rewired. So he's like, oh, and he picks up a bell. Ding, 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 ding. And like about 5 or 6 large gentlemen sort of stand next to him. I see. Well, he looks over at his clock, changes his eye. Being that it is almost closing time for most boats, I reckon you might struggle to find one at this time. And my sons will make sure my back stays good and proper. So it's 500 gold pieces, 'cause I like you, see.
Well, I mean, in that case, I think we probably do have just about enough time to go back to Jeremy. What do you think, boys? Yeah, back to Jeremy? Because he'll do it for 250. Thank you ever so much. And we're just going to take our money elsewhere and go. If you need to close up soon, you probably won't have any other customers for the day anyway. All right, back to Jeremy, is it? Okay.
Back to Jeremy, it is.
Right. And he sort of like, you see him, he sort of begins to close the door. And as he closes the door, you notice that he has a dragon tattoo on his arm as he closes the window. So you pop over, there's another shack, and you see this very young looking elf. It's like a la 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 la, and he's sort of like closing up his boat shop. His boat shop is called Oh What a Lovely Ride. And he's got these kind of brightly coloured boats. Some of them are white and blue stripes. Some of them are kind of bright colours. A couple that are kind of normal sort of wood colours as well. And he's sort of like picking up his potted plants that keep getting knocked down by the kids of the dock ward. And you kind of go up behind him like, oh, hello.
Baggi sort of like gently kicks little Rix and just goes, be cute. Hello. Yeah.
Big eyes, big anime eyes.
And Baggi turns to little Rix and is like, look, darling, this is probably the last chance. I know it's your birthday. Okay, we will go. I know, but we'll ask this lovely gentleman here. Hello, sorry, be with you in a moment. We'll ask this gentleman here, and we'll see what we can do. If not, then we can do something else. Okay. Hello there. Hi, Baggalina. This is little Rix. It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday! And little Rix is just like, you like lollipops? He kind of puts his hand in his pocket. He pulls out a lolly, like another red, one of those red clear lollies you used to get at the doctors. Hands it over, and she, as he comes back up, he looks at Bagli and goes, "Gold, please," and then hands it over to them. Like, there you are, happy birthday. He's like, oh, drops his lolly, opens the other one. So you want to go on a boat, do you? And now he's putting all of his attention onto little Rix. Little Rix is like, yeah. It's like, okay, what type of boat would you like?
Phatts is just going to turn and whisper to Pups,
go and steal us a fucking boat, will you?
Brilliant.
All right, so you're going to sneak off?
Yeah.
All right, let's do a stealth check.
Love it. While me and Big Phatts play.
yeah!
There we go. So you got to just like disappear off towards the boats, and little Rix said, "Yes, I want a big boat." Oh, a big boat. He looks up at you. Looks up at Baggi. 3 pieces.
Yes, not. Well, we're going to have a lovely boat, not a big boat. We're literally just looking for something very simple, a rowing boat, and we just need it for the rest of the day. It will be back with you by morning. Okay, a lovely boat. It's going to be a lovely boat, but yes, not a big one.
Okay, do you want to do a performance check to keep up the noble Baggalina that we know so well?
Yes. Oh no.
Do you want to use a bomb or anything?
I am going to use a bomb. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's see how we get on. And it's an 11.
And it's like, oh, I see. By morning, it's very unusual.
Oh yes, well, we've had a lovely day. You see, we don't often come to the docks. We've heard along the grapevines that there might be some kind of fireworks display later on. So we wanted to go out, not too far, of course, and watch it over the water. Wouldn't that be lovely? Yes, Little Rix. Yeah.
I want to see the fireworks.
Yeah, and Little Rix loves fireworks, and it is his birthday, so it would be very special if we could just come to some sort of arrangement. Yes.
Of course. So, Big Phatts, what are you doing during this conversation? Making yourself wide.
Making myself wide, and I'm carrying as many things as possible to make it look like I'm just like the hired help.
Okay, and then behind them we see Pups sort of running off into the. Okay, so you've got a number of boats in front of you. They're all tied with rope. So I think that we'll probably need a sleight of hand check to sort of see which. I'm gonna do a sleight of hand check to see which one you actually undo because there's like a big knot.
Okay.
Okay.
Got ourselves a ship.
26.
Lovely. So there is a dark mahogany brown one, which I think you kind of follow the string and you follow it through. Let's see it. Okay. You start undoing it, and you kind of pull it off, and you realise that you've got it, and it's sort of sat in the water, and you're holding onto the rope now.
So Pups is going to scull the potion of potion of water breathing, and then just walk out into sea with this boat in the hope that the guys will spot this
Sorry, what time of day is it right now?
So it's about 8 o'clock. So you guys, you've sneaked off.
So we've got an hour. That's not the dead of night. That's early evening.
Oh no, that's rubbish.
Well, you got to think that like this, you're still talking to boat owners. So this is why
has already been discovered.
Can I slightly retcon that?
Yeah,
No,
sure.
it's
I was expecting you to turn around and do like a caw, and then just sort of take the boat off somewhere.
Yeah.
I think Pups sort of like leans round back into the thing, and with one single ball bearing sort of like flicks it back into the boatyard, so it just sort of like goes in.
All right, let's do like a ranged dagger attack or something ranged to see how close it gets to the guys.
Oh God, we're probably going to do like a perception check as well.
9.
Yeah, can I get a perception check from Big Phatts, please? It's going to be a little bit higher than what it usually would be. Oh! You just see something rolling, and it drops down a crack in the docks and drops into the water. But you see it. Bloop.
Oh, Miss Baggalina, I'm sure that we should just get moving. We don't want to waste any more of this kind seller's time.
Wow. Of course, yes. And actually, you're right. Yes, we've done so much walking around today. It's a bit boring for this little one. Thank you ever so much for your information.
But I want a boat. I want that boat. And he kind of points out to like a boat that's a little bit further up. Little Rick thinks he's doing a good job. He's still going.
And then, like, 3 gritted teeth, Baggi is just like, yes, darling, we will find you a boat later. Thank you ever so much for having us today. We'll be in touch another time, I'm sure. Come along then.
So grabs hold of its hand. And I think you guys kind of move the boat along the dock a little bit further away, and you sort of tie it off. So you've got your boat. And you then...
This does not bode well. The actual dangerous part of this plan.
So you spend a couple of hours sort of waiting and sort of preparing. I think little Rix has climbed up onto a top of a building and he's setting up his fireworks. He's got a box of matches and he's going.
I just realised in the montage we probably should have done a bit about us teaching what way up to point the fireworks. We didn't do any, and no fireworks safety.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's literally. He's got the box.
How will he learn
he's got the
otherwise?
box. He just stood them all up, and he's just literally just like there. And he's throwing bits of sticks at the box to practice.
If this is how Little Rix dies, I'm not happy.
He's also got a watch, and he's sort of like he's looking at it every now and then. It's like minutes passed, and then he kind of clicks over like 30 seconds has passed, and he's constantly watching his clock.
I feel like we're getting such an insight into Joe's childhood over these conversations.
Yeah.
I think we're
God
just
help
little
you,
Rick
Mama
is
Thorpe.
little Joe. Like,
Yeah, so you kind of like made it through, and I think during this period of time, you were all sort of sat at the docks. You're kind of getting sort of drip changed as such, darker clothes, sort of like getting into stealth mode a little bit. I'm not sure how Big Phatts goes into stealth mode.
He's just started
matte black paint.
I was gonna
like
say,
a stealth fighter.
Against his best instincts, he's tried to de-shiny himself. So he's just started like scooping up like mud and like seaweed and shit, and just he's trying to make himself look like almost a lagoon monster, I suppose.
As you kind of like sat there getting ready. So what does each of you look like? Yeah, so we've got the mud going on to Big Phatts. Baggi, what you kind of dressed up?
Baggi is surprised. Actually, I feel like Baggi is surprisingly like scantily clad. Almost like she knows that she's going to get waterlogged if she wears her cape and all of her like normal stuff and a big coat. So instead, she's somehow managed to sort of wear like the most basic items, almost like undergarments, like pajamas, but they're all quite dark. However, she has sewed in. She's literally sewn in pockets and then sewn them up so that she can undo them to get stuff, but to also try and keep whatever she's got in there as waterproofed as possible.
I reckon you're there and you've got like a candle and you're just sort of like sealing them with a candle to kind of keep them watertight, I think.
Nice, like wax. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all wax tight. And I think her that normally very sort of unkempt and quite large frizzy hair has been like scraped back and sort of like held together with some kind of like metal wiring that she's just twisted around it. Yeah.
And then next to her is like this metal bird.
Yeah, and she's just like shh, and then it just goes and it does. It stops.
It's got a little elastic band around its beak to kind of keep it quiet.
For lobsters.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, Pups, you just look exactly like you usually do.
Well, Pups, like as we were going out, like as with the tide slightly going out, it's unveiled like the underside of some larger rocks, and so Pups, as we've gone by, has like scraped off that bottom like greeny sludge, and has just like completely covered themselves, almost like a little bit like halfway between Apocalypse Now and Arnie at the end of Predator. It's just this like slick, almost barnacle-y, like
terrifying,
silty goblin.
Yeah. Okay, good. As you kind of sit there, getting ready, you can see the Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser. And they look fairly quiet. It looks as if people are going on and off constantly. People are going on, coming off. Like there seems to be random people going on, coming off. There seems to be a lot of activity around those two ships. I think, yeah, because I'm give me a perception check.
Go on.
He's like, no.
Not me.
5.
Don't worry about it.
Although passive of 18.
Yeah, don't worry about it. This was a very choice piece of information that's quite premium. Yeah. So if you got it, you got it. Great. As you kind of like look out, you can see that the sun is sort of like the sunset is coming to an end. So you're getting that kind of purple and green sort of light that's kind of coming through as the stars begin to kind of become shined out around you. I think most of your stuff is up. The only things that you don't need is up with little Ricks. Throwing matches at a firework display. As he kind of looks over at you guys, and with his watch, as he kind of puts his hand up into the air and drops it, as you guys grab hold of the boat and start your way out into the tide. All right, so we're going to take a little break there. Just before we kind of start getting into that. So that'll be cue.
I can't wait till this goes fucking terribly wrong.
I'm so excited.
It's going to happen so quickly as well.
It's going to be so good.
It's going to be a shark-infested harbour, I guarantee.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, of course it is.
I was
Return of the Crocodiles.
I was there going, contingencies. Oh no, don't worry about contingencies. Look great. So we're gonna have a little break. We are going to show yourselves a small video. I love just the dismay on all of your faces as I can try to continue with the stream. So we're going to show a small video. So we're going to now announce the date of Total Party Knockout.
Total Party Knockout.
Exactly. I think I need your voice to do that. I mean, I'll have to record that. So actually, I've got it recorded. It's done. It's recorded. Yes. So we are going to say that and also reveal what monster the players will be fighting. Disclaimer on this one, a bit of honesty box. I'm not sure if I've changed the right video on it. So if it is incorrect, I will make sure that it's the right one when we come back from the break. To go with the old honesty box. Gotta be honest when it comes to this sort of stuff. Anything else we want to talk about before we go to the video?
Just we've had a few new peeps in with our different time slot. I've had some new people in the chat. Please come and join our wonderful community. Consider giving us a follow, because then you will get alerts as to when we go live for Dragon Heist, when we go live for TPK. We've got a few more things in the pipeline as well. So yeah, if you are new and you haven't given us a little follow, please do consider us doing it. We've got a lovely community. You can probably see so in the chat.
Here we go with the correct video. See you guys in a bit. Bye. a Demogorgon.
Oh my god.
Good. So that means that we are players on Monday the 5th at 7 p.m. Our normal Mallrats slot will be the first episode of Knockout. So, and they'll be fighting a Demogorgon. So we've got a lovely group of players, and we're going to be kind of sharing some bits and pieces about them over the weekend. But I think we can probably say who they are now, actually, couldn't we, Dan?
I mean, yes, we can do if you'd like. We have so anyone who watched our 7 days of sabotage will probably know these people. We have the lovely Ferg, who came and joined us on Emperor of the Waves.
Yep,
also Rowan Beggs, who joined us on Emperor of the Waves too, right?
Yep. So it's Rowan Douglas. Rowan Douglas.
Apologies. Then we have Grace, who joined us for Dragonfly with DM Philly, one of the Philly fam. And then who's the last one?
It's some random player called Dan Burman. He's also going to join us. I know, it's really disappointing. I thought we could get someone better, but it's what it is.
Yeah, short notice, man. You can only get certain. Generally, the people that you can get at this late notice are normally.
He's a good fight director, though.
He's a good fight
name's been floating around the industry for a while.
So
big shot producer, I've heard.
Big shot producer. Get a grip, I think a lot of people have said.
So those 4 will be arriving with level 20 characters to take on the Demogorgon in our I'm going to call the Randall Arena, drawn by wonderful Benjamin Randall. I think it's going to be incredible. I saw of it. I had a little poke of it today, and it's absolutely fantastic. So that's going to be great fun. So I think it's going to be one of those battles that either lasts a round or it lasts for 3 hours. I have no idea how it's going to go, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope that you guys will join us on Monday for a bit of death. I think it's probably.
Pardon me for not knowing. Who's DMing it?
Oh, I am.
You are? Oh,
Yeah,
they're going to die. They're dead.
So now,
one round.
So now you understand why I was so merciless with the Spinosaurus last night for the Pirates campaign. Practice, my friend. Practice to be a bit more ruthless.
We're gonna arrive, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, guys, you're all in water, and it's full of crocodiles."
I think it's going to be really good fun. I think it's a good opportunity to see these kind of high-level characters and high-level monsters do some really special things. So if you want to come and join us, come join us at Monday at 7 p.m. here on Sabotage the DM.
I will add to that as well. Do keep your eyes on the social media accounts over the weekends, because up to this point, we've been replaying the things that we've been playing on stream. But between now and Monday, we've got some really quite phenomenally good content going up on there. I can say that it's phenomenally good because it was designed by Mr. Joe Thorpe. I'm so very impressed. It's epic, it's amazing, and it's so silly and camp all at the same time. So these next couple of videos you're not going to want to miss. So if you are not following us, check us out on the social media accounts. Details are down on the profile, or just give us a follow on here and you will see them all prior to the game starting on Monday. I'm so excited.
Exactly. And those of you who are watching this on YouTube as well, do subscribe and comment. That'd be fantastic. Okie dokie. So let me put some better music on, because this is really we're going down in the boats lower under the sea.
I've found a Heist playlist on Spotify, and I'm having so much fun now. I think we might have cue the music made me do it moments in this with Pups.
Oh God!
Oh no,
we're doomed. We're so doomed.
We're fucked. Yeah.
Okay.
Next week it would just be Gabs, because we'll all be dead.
Okay, so you guys make your way out into the water. So we see this turtle kind of running along with a mechanical bird sort of sat on top of it, like this. So you kind of wade through into the water. As you go down, as you see Big Phatts' head sort of go underneath the water, leading you guys through. As the boat sort of goes under the water, the air underneath sort of stays at your sort of head level as you're kind of going along. I'm for all intents and purposes, Pups, you are fine. Otherwise, this will not work. Okay,
yeah, so I'm imagining we almost see like a static shot, or we see like of big Phatts, then a rope, and then the boat with Baggi's feet going alongside, and then the back of the boat you just see like 4 feet off the ground. You just see legs in step, but not moving whatsoever, as Pups just holds on to like one of the internal ropes on the boat.
I love it.
As you go underneath the water into the pitch black dark water, Big Phatts, you realise you can't see where you're going.
Well, all right.
Oh, this is the thing. So for those of you who, like, but just when we came, just before we were about to go before break, as we all got back onto the Skype call, Joe jumped back into shot, face full of glee, and was like, I figured out something else that's going to mess you up on this. And I think we just found it.
No.
So, Big Phatts, so you start walking and you decide that it's time to sort of fake it until you make it sort of style.
Yeah, but you do, because the other two are in the boat and can't see anything, the camera just sees a load of like
They can't hear it because they're on outside in like air.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you to do a survival check for me.
Oh my god, the first hurdle. Literally the first hurdle.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages on this, my bombs. 15.
Good. So you kind of wander through and you just kind of putting foot after the other, really. And I think you're using the shine of the moon on the water as a way of keeping yourself orientated as you carry on. As you walk for 15 minutes.
20.
Okay. So you walk for 15 minutes. As you start coming along, I think what we see is that as with almost like a bird's eye view. Actually, yeah, the homunculus flies up into the air and we see their view down, and what we kind of see are their eyes are like this. And I think they've got this like green night vision, sort of like as they're looking around. Thank you very much. Shark Gotch. Yeah, Shark Gotch. It's sort of like he sees down and you can see that there's like a shadow going across the water, underneath the water, and then you see the big boat of the Eyecatcher. As you're kind of walking along, Big Phatts, could you do a stealth check for me, please?
A stealth check?
Yes, a stealth check.
This seems irrelevant. Let's do it. Ooh, a straight 10.
Oh, good. So you carry on through, and you sort of like, as you walk, you sort of like walking along, and then you like, and you nearly trip over something. As you look down at your foot, and you see there's a big anchor sort of attached to the bottom.
Phatts is going to kind of one hand gently on the anchor. He's then going to wait until the floating turtle of air gets a bit closer. And then he's going to put his head into the air bubble, emerging like a creature of the sea, like a seaweed ghillie suit rising from beneath the waves. I found the anchor. Well, I mean, I found a anchor.
I'm sure you found the anchor.
So we ready?
Oh, hang on, before we go, do you guys want any of this? And Pups produces 8 potions.
Yeah, I'll take one of them.
Yeah, me too.
Just one?
If I'm honest, I don't see anything going wrong.
No, this is just we're gonna smash this. Not these. We're gonna smash this mission. We're gonna be fine. Oh, she's gonna wish she came.
Mm. Okay, I'll take 2.
2.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
2 it is. Pups just holsters the other 4.
Right, so now we climb.
So, plan is, we get to the surface. You two try and quietly climb onto the side of the boat. We wait for the fireworks to happen. I'll start to drill a hole in the bottom. Wait for that leak to spring. At that stage, when everyone's starting to run to either see fireworks or flooding, you get into the captain's office, look for the ledger, get off the boat as fast as possible. Now, if for whatever reason y'all need me to try and get on the boat, maybe, do you have communication with that little flying fucking mechanical thing?
And at that point, Baggi sort of shuts her eyes, and she hears the internal thought of the bird, which is literally just, bah! Bah! And then she comes out and she goes, yes, I do.
All right, send that down here to warn me, and I'll try and climb up and break some skulls.
Alrighty. So then you're all kind of like, cool. And I think what you do is you kind of turn the boat and sort of like go out onto the water. So you're going to kind of like follow the chain up. You guys don't need to do any sort of climb check here, but I am going to ask Big Phatts to start their athletics check and to climb the chain up, because you literally are as heavy. You're heavier than water, so you just grab to the bottom.
All right, let's do this.
Oh,
24.
double 24. So you're just sort of like just literally one hand after another going up. Pups and Baggi, as you're sort of like swimming up, you guys can see your dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
What you see under the boat, it looks as if there's some sort of large mechanical like manta ray or stingray attached to the bottom of the boat.
Right.
Your blurred vision through it though, because obviously you can't see fully underwater, and you see that there's portholes all the way along the this big mechanical manta ray. Baggi, can you want to do a history check for me, please?
Yes. Kapow. Oh no, it's a 7.
Okay, you don't recognise it. In fact, Pups, you could probably do another history check on it because you were there when this thing was shown. So I'm going to
I think Dan remembers what it is, but let's see if Pups does. Oh yeah, natural 20.
So you know this as the Luskan built submarine that you saw at the Temple of Gond. Which is called the Scarlet Marpanoth. As you see it sort of like bolted to the bottom of the ship, and you can see the weight of it has obviously pulled the ship lower in the water.
Yeah.
So is it one like that one, or it's the one?
As far as you're aware, it is the one.
Yeah.
What did you guys giggling at?
We're on the wrong ship.
As you sort of like continue your climb up, as you kind of get closer towards the water, I think, can I get a perception check of either Pups or Baggi?
I'll do it. It's a 22.
22. You see what looks like somebody just sort of looking at the portal and looking back again.
On the
So
the Luskan manta ray.
On the manta ray, you see somebody go like,
oh fucking hell. Oh my god. Okay, and so me and Pups kind of getting to the top of the water now.
Yeah.
Oh
you're
god.
literally a couple of meters from the top of the water. So you kind of come out
and Baggi just goes, oh, there's something. We've been spotted. Someone saw us.
Yeah, that was that submarine that we saw in Cogwarts, right?
This huge head like pops out covered in mud.
And a very wet cigar pops up afterwards.
Something like hanging. Like a banana.
We didn't take into account the fact that they might have something else going on here. Phatts, we've been seen.
All right. Well, time to break some skulls.
Wait, now, hang on. Why is this a bad thing? They might not be working with the Luskans. They wouldn't even speak the Luskans' name. I don't exactly think that they're friends. Maybe they're conducting their own investigations. Maybe this is a potential ally.
Are you talking about the thing that's attached to the bottom of the ship?
Yeah.
If it's attached to the bottom of the ship, it makes me think that it's part of the ship.
Yeah, and Baggi, you remember now seeing the brass plate and it's saying it's Luskan made, so it's Luskan built.
Yeah. So whatever spotted us, they're almost definitely Luskans. They'll be part of this ship. Which means we don't have much time to do what we want to do.
And then you remember to look at your watch. And you see you've got about 4 minutes.
Oh, piss. Right. Okay. I think we should just carry on.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and if that submarine's a problem, then we're going to sink a ship on top of it. So, fuck them.
I'll get in position. I suggest you get in yours.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. So we're going to start to climb up. This is going to be athletics all the way.
Why didn't I think about this? Okay.
All right. So let's get you both to do athletics checks.
I'm going to
no.
And I'm not going to take an argument for an acrobatics on this one because it is brute strengthening it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
using a bomb.
my argument.
17, good.
17. I was more going to suggest that I was just going to like tuck into a pouch of baggies and like be carried up, being a little goblin. I'm going to use a bomb too because Pups has -2.
Oh. Looking for 15 is what I'm looking
for. Pups is carrying Baggi.
Yes.
The pair of you sort of like climb up, your legs are sort of wrapped around the chain and you're sort of like making your way up the chain. And so you find yourselves up on the... There we go. Let's pop over to the play screen. Here we are. So you are over here. I think you're there. Oh no, hang on. That's not where you are. Sorry guys. I need to move you. Sorry, it's such a confusing map, this one. Moving you up. Everybody at home, I'm moving them up. Okay.
Pups, you're on a crit streak.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for those fails to start coming. Okay. So you find yourselves here. Okay. So you're on like a small part of the main deck, of the fore and aft deck, sorry. And you see in front of you there is like a large, like almost like a wall. It's about 10 foot high. And that leads up to that first kind of sort of fore upper deck of the ship. And you can see that there's light coming from it. As there's some sort of like candle or torch or something over the side there.
Is there some rope in there with us as well? It looks like there's rope.
Yeah, so that's the coil of the chain. That's the.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of how I thought of it, anyway.
Nice.
You see that you're right next to this kind of big figurehead, and the figurehead is it's of this incredibly handsome looking like human male, sort of like rippling pectorals, sort of like holding onto the edge of the ship.
And there's no doors or anything. It's literally we just managed to end up in this tiny little room. Okay.
It's tiny little, like, it's almost like out. Imagine it like a little gated like garden. You know, if you have those tiny gardens in houses, it's like that, but just on the front of the ship.
Do you hear any movement, suggestion that there's anyone the other side of this ledge?
Okay, do you want to do a perception check?
Yeah. 6. Thank you, Evie James.
Critique! Yay! Critique!
Okay, so no, haven't got clear.
Okay. Can I communicate with my homunculus and ask it if it can see anyone on the deck above us?
It's just good.
It's useful.
Which means 1, 2, 3. It means no one in the deck in front of you.
Okay, great. So with that information, then
you counted something, and then you said no one on the deck in front of you. 1, 2,
he was just going through his homunculus translation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how to interpret that command. That was all, and I've sort of interpreted it in this way.
Okay, great.
Let's all remember, guys, Joe hates familiars, especially if they can fly.
Yeah, I know. Damn it. Should have gone for like a lobster or something. Anyway, so with that info, Baggi just turns to Pups and says, what do you reckon? Do you think we can climb that?
Yeah, I think so. I can at least sort of get over the top and maybe help pull you up. I can climb up you.
Cool. On the shoulders then.
Yeah.
All right. So you go on, actually, if you go up on the shoulders of it, you gotta go over and sort of like you go up on tiptoes and you can peer over. You see that there is nobody on the deck where you that you see in front of you. However, across the ship, you see that there is another sort of like aft deck. And there you can see there's at least 2 people. You can also see there's sort of like a couple of people, maybe one on the main deck. So it's sort of like as it scoops down. And you also see up high in what's known as the castle, you see another 2 sailors.
Okay.
Is there any cover nearby that if I was to shimmy up to, I could get behind a crate or something like that?
Yeah, there is some crates. There's also like the wallways that go around the tops of the ship as well. So there are places to hide, but it's full of light.
Okay.
I'll peer down and speak to Baggi and say there's people. They're not close, but we're sitting ducks out here. Maybe we need to wait until the fireworks and maybe old Hunky can get squawking.
Could do. How well lit is it?
Extremely well lit.
Great.
Extremely well lit.
Great. Okay. And what is it? Is it just open flame or lanterns?
I think you saw that there was a lantern sort of sitting on the mast.
There's a lantern sort of sitting on the mast.
Okay. Okay, so Baggi says to Pups, okay, we either wait for the fireworks and go then and hope they'll be distracted, or we get my little albatross friend to maybe knock down one of those lanterns. Thus getting rid of some of the light and thus hopefully drawing attention over there.
plan.
Great.
Don't we want to draw them away from us and not to us?
Yes, that's true. We can't do that yet. Okay. I think we should just go and hide if we can, so that at least we're like on that level.
So as you say, on that level, we cut across. 30 seconds have passed. That's 15 seconds have passed. Okay, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. He like flicks it, and we see this like match fly through the air, and it just lands in the box. And he's like, "Oh, nothing's happening." So he starts walking towards the box, and it just goes boom, and it's like this. All the fireworks go off at the same time, and it's sort of like you see from the dock, you hear this huge, massive explosion. In fact, Baggi, some of your tied back hair just sort of like shifts slightly from the explosion. As in, it's in the sky. There is like a mass multitudes of like different purples and reds and yellows, and like things spinning around, and like an absolutely mental in the like I would say in like 1 20-second firework display.
Oh god!
As it goes boom, it explodes like this. Yeah, I'm going to do a roll of something.
Oh gosh!
Is it above 10? It is above 10. So as you go boom, boom, and what you see is Pups, from where you're sort of stood, you see suddenly the light sort of changes, and you hear a smash. As the light in front of you drops onto the ground and breaks during the same time. There's a huge amount of commotion as you start to hear people running as they all run towards the other side of the ship. So let me just do that.
It's going well so far, guys. It's going okay.
Okay, these guys are going to come.
Our 8-year-old pyromaniac has pulled through.
This is the one thing that's going right. Okay, and they all kind of come over this way, and the light sort of smashes. So you've now got your opportunity as you kind of look at each other, or look down at each other.
Yeah.
And you begin sort of shifting yourself up. Big Phatts, you just heard the explosion. I think the ripple with the sea is sort of like... you see this as your opportunity to start your drilling process.
It's okay, Phatts. You're still shiny on the inside. Fuck.
All right, let's do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, why? Why would you make me roll for
I don't think about things.
Oh, as you stand there continually kind of like and literally the explosions are all going off, and then he goes and it sort of makes like starts kind of exploding, and then all of the explosions stop. And you just have
Fuck. Shit. Well,
as you duck under the water and begin your drilling process. Oh god!
We're like, oh, it's not going to go well. This is going to mess up. Oh, things are going well. I'm gonna fuck it up.
I think you start drilling. Obviously, you can't see where you're drilling. As you're drilling away, could you do a stealth check for me, please, with disadvantage?
No.
Because you're making a lot of noise right now.
I fail it, Joe.
You're choosing to fail it.
Come on. Yeah, go on. Why not? I never do that. Let's do it.
Okay. Suddenly, you can see everything as these beams of light sort of pick you out under the water. And you see that there's these two huge mechanical arms are sort of coming towards you. Can we do a dex saving throw, please?
because you said I've seen the mechanical
Yes,
arms.
you do get advantage on this because of your
Dangerous. Let's do it. 13.
Right, I'm gonna do a roll on my end.
Oh god.
Oh no!
No!
And suddenly you're grabbed by two mechanical hands and being dragged towards the two beaming lights. As the mouth of the Scarlet Marpanoth sort of like swallows you down and then it closes up. You guys on top obviously do not know what's going on here, so you guys crack on. So you climbed up. I'm gonna say you guys climbed up. As you find yourself on the top, you can see that everybody's watching the fireworks across the other side. You see that there's now the two sailors that were on the aft deck are all making their way to the stairs. People that are on the deck that you can now see, you see that there's now 4 of them are actually on the deck. And they're also trying to get up onto the aft deck. And the ones on the castle at the back have also turned and they're like hanging over the edge looking at the fireworks.
Cool.
And we need to get to the back of the ship, right?
You need to get to the back of the ship, yes. So you can look down onto the main deck. You can see there's a doorway sort of about here-ish. I don't know if you probably can't see that.
I see the ping, but not
So the ping, but like on the deck below. And then you see there's another set of doors a little bit further up on the ping over here next to 2 lights that are on the other side. So I think you can probably see those. Oh, over. There we go. That's better. All right. So this is a kind of your opportunity. So I think you don't need to do any stealth checks yet.
Yeah.
Because they're all sort of distracted.
Just make a break for it and get as far as we can before they turn around.
Yeah, let's go. There's literally no time to lose, so I think we just head for wherever. I couldn't see the pings, Pups, so maybe if you decide roughly where, and I'll follow.
I'm assuming these are stairs down to the main deck, right?
They're down to the main deck, yeah.
Okay, so
you've also got the masts that go up and the rigging that you might be able to get across the whole ship through the rigging, but that's going to be, I think, difficult to do.
It just starts going. Do you fancy climbing? No, me neither. Let's go.
Okay, so you wander down to the steps. Okay, so now
I'm sort of keeping an eye.
Okay, so I'm gonna pop you over here.
Okay.
So if you just wait 1 second. So
pissing
you. There we go. So you guys sort of come down and you see that there's loads of people there, and you suddenly stop, and there's quite a lot of light in this area. So could you guys do your stealth check?
Go.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to use my last bomb on it, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use one too.
21.
Great. 21.
Go on. 10.
Right, give me a second. Do you want to check one of their scores? See if they
no.
It's okay, it's going to be fine. We've got loads of contingency plans.
Yeah.
One of the sailors turns around because I think you kind of go just as that same moment of underneath where the explosion suddenly stopped, and you just hear as a mate turns around and looks at you. You see this human male so turns around and goes, hello, hello, hello. So we're going to go into initiative, please.
Oh, shit.
Big Phatts, can you also go into initiative?
Sure, yeah, why not?
Yeah, because I want to see if we could do some cool stuff with him down there as well.
Am I going to have a map to be on?
No, I think that... Oh, do you want to
Perfect.
see?
No, I mean, I can't see anything anyway, so that's absolutely fine.
Do you want to see what's going on up here?
I can't contribute, so no.
Hang on, let me just stick you so you can see, just for funsies. There you go. So
watch out in eyes.
So you can see Pups' stuff. There you go.
Oh, great.
So I'm just going to quickly do initiatives. Come on. Thank you. Oh,
I think this is how Steve Irwin died.
They're doing it all in bloody... It's all hiding from you guys. So I can tell you what they've rolled, so it's fine. These guys will come in on the second round. Those guys will come in on the third. Great.
Oh.
All right.
I don't like that.
Oh, you want to get rid of that? Get rid of that. What did you roll? Big Phatts 13.
That's right, yeah.
Got all the stuff from the last fight we had. Right.
This one's just made of hands.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Baggi Pups, Little Rick, Little Ricks, Big Ricks.
Oh mate, this is not okay.
All right. The first mate's gonna go first. Oh, let's put some battle music on. He looks at you and just goes, "Let's dance." There you go. The pop sense of disco. So the first mate is going to look over
Insight
to you, and sees obviously will go for Pups first, I think, because that's the person you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, yeah, he kind of looks at you and he sort of like waves his hand and then flicks forward as he casts Fairy Fire.
Oh.
So could you do a dexterity saving throw, please?
14.
Oh, just about beats it. So nothing kind of happens from there as he kind of turns to his sailors and like, get him. But don't ring that bell, is what he shouts. Okay, Pups.
Have we got any idea of where we're meant to be going next?
Yeah,
have we got to go past them?
Got to go past them and up the stairs.
All right.
You know that from the blueprint, so that's why I'm kind of happy to give it to you.
Yeah. And the first mate is this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So Pups is going to come 1, 2, 3 into here. Come crunching down on the head of the first mate. 19.
Yep, just about.
Just about.
Good.
What you do notice is when you go to hit them, it's like it's almost as if you hit them about 2 inches higher than they actually look.
Ah. Okay. I'm gonna throw some.
Luskans are drow. Everyone knows that information from the team as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And these are all human.
These are all human?
These are all human. Human. Why human? Question mark.
Why? Yeah. See, I thought that was the figurehead on the ship.
Okay.
Right. So throwing some Fury of the Small on this because fuck it, why not? So that's 14 bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
And I'm going to spend a key point to hit them with 2 unarmed strikes. 18, I guess, misses.
It meets it, hits.
Oh, yes. And 25.
25.
For 7.
7.
And 7.
It's double 7s.
So 14.
7.
21.
Oh,
28.
we're waiting for the other 7. Is it another? Oh no, it's a pair. It's cherries. Okay,
I'll hit him again if you want, just to double check.
Great. As you kind of like, and you sort of like smack into them. Anything else you'd like to do, Pups?
No, I think that is my turn.
Okay, so Big Phatts, you suddenly the water goes around you, and these two these things are like holding onto you as you're inside the Scarlet Marpanoth, and it's almost like you're in an airlock, but you're being held by stuff. But he's like,
beep,
everything's made of
boop.
hands.
Beep, beep, boop. Nimblewright returning home. Beep, boop.
All right, let's do a deception roll, shall we?
I'm doing it with disadvantage though, because that is The shoddiest lie. What we did, deception, yeah? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Just do it as normal. Just do it as a normal roll.
Oh.
As the hands go, and then you can feel like parts of your body like bending, and they lift you off the ground, and you're now off the ground.
Oh, fuck this.
On a rage.
Okay, go to rage. Great. Bonus action go to rage. I'll allow you one action now because I think you said you did something, but I'm going to see if you smash this thing up.
Okay, cool. I want to try and rip the two arms from their sockets.
Okay, so let's do your athletics check then, please.
This should be with advantage because I'm in rage now.
Yeah, and you add your rage stuff to it as well. That gets you add something to your strength for it.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, strength checks.
You gain a bonus to the damage. All right, okay, let's party. So you want athletics, yeah, or just straight
please.
strength?
Athletics.
Okay.
18. As you start to feel one of them like come off the wall, but the other one isn't, so you drop to the ground and you sort of like still held up by one. And I think we're going to move on from you there as you're sort of like standing off like frothing at the mouth.
Boat motherfuckers!
As we move over to Baggi.
Quick question before my turn. What exactly does drow mean? Because
so drow are perceived, not necessarily truthfully. They're an elf. There you go. That's a better way of putting it. An elf, and they mostly have lived underground. Luskan is sort of a place in which they've kind of grown out into a city. They're essentially another type of elf. Some of them call them moon elves, can also be part of that same family. And their culture sort of is revolved around worshipping a spider queen called Loth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great, thank you. Right, Baggi is going to I'm going to get onto my homunculus albatross in a minute. Baggi's going to come over here, not too far in. Homunculus, very nice. And is going to cast Firebolt at this mate over there. Kapowie babooey. It's 22.
22 hits.
For 9. And then Baggi. Oh, see, I'm really tempted because didn't that one say don't ring the bell?
Yes.
Okay. This I really want to ring the bell. Yeah.
I
think we're already outnumbered.
So let's add more to the equation. You're right.
Okay. In that case, Baggi is gonna shout up to the albatross to come and cause a commotion on deck with these two people here. Like fly into them, peck, all that kind of stuff, big mechanical wings in their faces.
Right, let's see.
Wow.
I'm going to go for a terror bird. There you go. It's going to probably be massive. It's probably not supposed to be massive. If it even shows up. Alright. No, it's not even bothering showing up. Just do it its own thing. There it is.
Yes, here. There it
ginormous
is.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little bit smaller. So essentially, I'm going to say they're doing the help action.
Yeah.
So anything kind of towards those people will be at advantage. Great. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah. For now, I'm just gonna retreat slightly over here, just a little bit.
All right, sailors. So this sailor here is going to come up to here, try and get some flanking on you, pups, and it's going to go in for an attack with a short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it does. Short sword.
Also miss.
23. It hits for seven piercing damage. The other two and they're sort of like just being hounded by these other humongous homunculi, and so they don't take an action this turn. However, we are into the next round, so I need to get these guys in this time. All right, first mate, looking at you, Pups, is going to go in for their attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? There we go. And it's going to be 2 short sword attacks. 1, 2. Okay, let's see what happens. Sorry, I've got screens in the way. Okay, 21 hits.
Yeah.
For 7 piercing damage. And 11 poison damage.
Oh.
Wow.
15. Does that hit?
Misses.
As it comes through, so you sort of like and it cuts across you, and you notice that it burns like anything, and as you sort of twist your body as the other comes down your side, as he misses the second one. Okay, have I got any others here? No, that's it. Okay, Pups, you now have a chance to respond.
How is the first mate looking?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Pups is going to use. I'm going to use the inspiration that I got for deeming the what was it called? The Temple of God Cogwarts, and I'm going to use that. I
was just talking to Daz. 5 p.m.
Okay. And I'm going to use a 2-handed quarterstaff with advantage. Bam! 11. That's rubbish.
That misses. It's against the first mate, isn't it?
The first mate. Yeah, I'm going to try and get them down. I'm going to use a key point. 2 more unarmed strikes. 16, 24.
24 hits.
Ooh, for 9.
Cool. He's bloodied.
Oh, okay.
She's like chunk him across the chops. Conk. But again, you kind of like hit, but you hit here, but it feels like you're hitting like just on the edge of the chin. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just slightly in the wrong place.
Yeah. And as a free action, because I'm gonna need it, I'm gonna use one of my potions to get back 7 more hit points.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that is me.
Okay, cool. Big Phatts hanging like this from the edge. You've got your corkscrew hand free, but you're hanging by the other hand.
So,
as you see like the airlock door begin to like to open,
to allow me inside.
They say like you're inside
submarine.
the air. You're inside the airlock. Yeah, and that will be inside the submarine.
Okay. Is it closed? So am I in water right now?
No, the water's drained down. The water's drained out. So you're just hanging. Right. You've got your foot on the ground, but your arms up in the air. Your corkscrew hand, but you're still being held.
And I've pulled one arm off.
Yeah,
right?
And I'm classing that as damage, as giving damage to something. All right, so that you keep.
Perfect. Okay. What I want to do, and I know this won't happen on this turn. I do have a potential flashback lined up for later. What I want to do is try and get in and pilot the submarine.
Okay, cool.
And drive it directly into the bottom of the ship.
Wicked. Right.
However, that's not going to happen on this turn. So for now, I'm just going to try and break free of the arm without damaging it, because I think that may come in useful later on.
Okay, so you want to like deftly take it off.
With the corkscrew hand, perhaps try and wedge my other arm free.
Okay. I don't think this is a strength test. I think this is you're trying to keep your hand from being like stopped your hand from being crushed at the same time. You're not trying to like just rip it off. You're trying to keep it intact.
Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm pulling my own arm my hand from my wrist.
All right, cool. Let's do an athletics check then.
Yeah, that's my wheelhouse. Let's do it. I'm gonna be driving with a corkscrew.
Oh no!
I'm still raging. Let's party.
Yeah.
23.
23.
Yeah, great. What I'm going to say with a 23, what you do is you pop the lock. As in, like, as you pull your hand out, the casing sort of breaks off the hand, and you get your hand out, but it's still like reusable. It's just sort of loosened so that you can keep your hand, because that's such a great roll. Like, I'm not going to let you lose your hand for a 23.
He does have a thought later on about.
Need to ask Baggi about rocket launcher fists.
And then you look towards the door and you see that it's starting to open. You've got movement, so if you wanted to kind of make your way in, you could do.
Yeah, perfect.
Would you like to do that?
Yes, please. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me just see. Sorry about this. I'm just checking what creatures are inside here. Great. Okay, cool.
Is it possible as an object interaction? Once my wrist is now just wrist and no fist. All wrist and no fist. To try and I understand that corkscrew doesn't have any grip, but to try and shove one of my hand axes into my now handless wrist.
Okay.
So I've got axe arm and corkscrew arm.
Oh,
I do have a map here for them, and I'm just wondering if we actually just put you in a map. Pop you in. Yeah, let's pop you in. Let's see this map.
Okay.
It's quite a nice little map. So where I'm going to drop you now is going to be where the airlock is. Okay.
Right.
There. Let's get you in. So we're going to be flicking between these two screens for a bit.
Oh, chaos.
Right.
I absolutely love it.
Great.
Yeah, darkness.
And the doors,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. You can't see anything. I'm going to just pop some light in. It's fine. It's got loads of light in here. It's a technological marvel, this thing. So it has light.
Not going to be for long.
Light in, daylight. Okay. Better?
Oh, sick! That looks class. It's also huge.
Can you see? Yeah.
Oh, the light went away.
Oh, that's strange.
It was like it went on and off again. It was like
light bulbs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very strange. I've got everything on. Let's see. Maybe you need to have light. Ah, there you go. Vision.
Mate, big Phatts commandeering
Yes.
a mechanical manta ray submarine is the most terrifying combination of things that could ever happen.
There you go. So you
It's
can
the
see that there's...
most big fats that ever big fats.
So this is where the doorway is. So here. And you see there's like a way that goes down, and you reckon that you can find your way up a ladder somewhere down there.
Great. I'll move my full movement then, which is 30 feet. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Is that a door there?
There is a couple of doors next to you. Yes. You see that they're shaped as again like manta rays, but you've got these hatch doors. They're quite small, actually. You really notice they're very small.
Okay. I'll carry on against my better judgment.
One set of
Insert.
doors that you see there, and then you go all the way down to the bottom, and you see that there is. I'm going to let you get to here actually, and you see that there is a what's it called, ladder that kind of goes up this way. Okay.
Great. Well, that's my full movement, but he's going to try and shimmy out one of his hand axes to place between his feet and punch his wrist into the handle of the axe.
It's really nice. Lovely. All right, cool. So we go back over to the...
I love this so much.
Eyecatcher.
Chaos!
It's such chaos.
All right, team.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so now it's Baggy's turn.
Oh, great. Okay, so because these guys are currently being faffed about, and Baggy's actually going to cast Chaos Bolt towards them in the hope that she'll get a double on some of the cheeky little things. So bear with me. Oh no, it was an 8.
Is the thing not doing the help action though? Do you not get advantage?
Well, I do get advantage. That's why I was going to do it.
Yeah, that's fine. You get the advantage. But then the help action will end as soon as you do this.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So 23. Da, 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 da. Hits for 15.
Great.
It is a
5 and a 6.
A 5 and a 6. So let's say it's poison damage.
Great. So it kind of flings across. Oh, poison damage, did you say?
Oh, yeah.
Let's have a quick look just to make sure.
Shit.
No, you're all fine. So what does that look like? As one of them goes down.
So as the undulating, greeny sort of liquid flies towards the mate, the albatross literally just about gets out of the way as it basically hits him in the side of the head and just sort of sizzles away at the skin, and he just collapses in a heap, sort of writhing and grabbing hold of his stomach. What Baggi's going to do now, which is a little bit risky, but also Pups is in dire need of help. She's seen him down a potion. She's going to move her position to there, so hopefully flanking this person here, and then Albatross, Homunculus, she is going to shout, "Put out the lights!" And command it to try and put out as many lights as possible, which I think they can only move.
Did you shout that, or did you sort of do it telepathically?
Telepathically.
Right.
Telepathically shouting.
You're a kind god, Joe. You're a kind.
It's in my brain.
Right.
You.
So he's going to move over to here, but the sailor's going to take an opportunity attack.
Yeah, fine.
What's the AC?
I'm just having a look now. I believe it is.
It's fine, but we do need to find out, but it's fine.
No, I'm going to make a little note of it now.
Okay, and let's do. I'm going to say that they use their action to take out the light. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, it's the sailor's turns now. Okay, so this sailor is going to come up to there. Just all in a long line. Is going to go for the attack on Baggi with advantage. So that is
4, I think.
Oh, it's a fail there. And the other sailor's going to come in for an attack on Baggi as well with the short sword with advantage. That one hits for 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then Pups. Suddenly there's you can hear a ping. 19, does that hit?
I am. It does, but how much damage is it?
8 piercing.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction to reduce that to 0 with deflect missiles.
Great. So with a 0, you can use a key point to throw it back.
I can, but I want to conserve them. Okay,
so that's 1, and then you get another crossbow comes towards you. Misses, I'm guessing, with 16 or 15.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. As you see, there's 2 more sailors on the aft deck, so they're above you, as they're firing over the top. Okay, back to the first mate. He's going to come in for an attack on Pups, of course. Double swords. 1 and 2, both with advantage. So 26 and 24, so both hit. 19, 26, 33 damage.
33 damage.
33 damage.
Pups is down.
Fuck.
It's his big, smiley, cheeky grin goes across the first mate's face. Yeah, and he kind of points over towards Baggi. It just goes, "It's you next." As we go through to Pups, so let's do a death saving throw, please. I love that sound.
Oh,
that's a fail. So we have a fail from Pups. All right, through to Big
Crit
Phatts.
City, baby. Crit City.
Oh, stop it.
All right.
Started with a stealth check.
It started with stealth check. As we go through to Big Phatts, and you've got that ladder in front of you.
Yeah, he's gonna try and climb the ladder with no fingers.
I'm going to say that you can use double movement to get up. So it's like a 10-foot ladder. It's really tiny, actually. So it's going to take you 20 feet to get up.
Great. 20 feet up.
Yeah. So you get up to here, and now you've got 10 feet of movement left.
Phatts thinks that the ship is going to be piloted from the front, so he's going to move 5. Is that a door in front of me?
So you go through the door.
Yeah.
Into what looks like some sort of like dining room or meeting room.
Right.
There seems to be like plans across the desk and stuff, but most of which you're not really bothered by. By the way, you're not raging anymore, by the way, because you haven't taken any damage or damaged yourself since your last round. So you've kind of dropped the rage. You can see that there's another doorway across the way from that as well.
He's going to use his action to dash.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to cost any movement to get over that table? Any extra movement?
No, I reckon you just knock it over as you run through.
Just walks, the table just breaks, parts. He Moseses a table.
Okay. And you're going over to that doorway.
So 5, 10.
And you want to go in?
Yeah.
So as you kind of go in, you see that you're in like what looks like the bridge. And you see that there's a small rock gnome. Everyone's a rock gnome here. And they're all at these controls, like pulling big levers and stuff. And they kind of turn around to you. They don't look like they are like battle persons at all in any way. They look like technicians.
Great. So how do you do 10? He's going to use the rest of his 20 movement to go straight up to the top. Boom, 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 boom. Even left and right, are they rock gnomes as well?
Yeah, they're here. Oh yes, no, they're not rock gnomes. You see that there are 2 definite drows standing there. As they look over towards you. Oh, they don't have what I thought they were going to have. I'm going to give them to them anyway. You see them raise up what look like wooden. They're not just like wands, but they have a handle. As they raise these kind of firearms towards you from both sides.
Great. Bonus action, rage again.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put these guys in at the same time as the mate because they're actually the same kind of people, right?
Great. Yeah, love it.
All right. So we go over to Baggi, over on the Eyecatcher.
Okay. Whoa.
So you're pretty much surrounded by stuff.
Yeah, I'm absolutely buckled up. Right, so I'm so fucked. Oh, I need to get to Pups. I think my only option really at this point, looking at what I've got, is to go for that one south of me, the one between me and Pups. Okay. And just pull out the great axe. Is it completely dark? Has my albatross managed to knock out all the lights? Probably not, because I think it can.
No, he got rid of one. He got rid of the one on that day.
Okay, fine. So yeah, just gonna try and crash down with the great axe on this person in front, and it's a 22.
Yep, that hits.
And it hits for. Oh, come on.
Oh,
3 slashing.
So it hits a 3 slashing damage. Great.
Okay.
1.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, I would now like Mr. Albatross to come and provide the help action over here, flapping around in that same person's vicinity.
Okay.
Gotta get the pups.
Okay, and that's it?
That's it. Now.
Okay, so sailors. I'm going to have the sailor to the north of you is not going to take advantage because the other sailor's too busy with this thing flapping. Squawk! Sort of flapping in front of him. So it's going to do a few attacks. It's going to do an attack on you for 7, so it misses. Then they're going to start firing at you from the deck above. 1. So this is for 21 that hits. Can you do a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes, I can. There we go. Oh.
Love it. Love it.
Wait, hang on.
I've got it under control.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on with you.
I know what's going to happen.
An 18.
Perfect.
Oh, smashed it.
Okay, so you just take the 4 piercing damage, and then another one's going to come in and fire as well. This one is just for 10, so I don't think that's going to hit you.
No.
Right. All right. As we come round to the first mate sort of steps over the body of Pups and comes around to here and is going to attack you.
I'm fucked.
So let's have a look. Elite warriors. So 1.
Elite.
Oh, you've got an opportunity to attack if you wish. It's a nat 1.
Oh, well, yes, I would love to attack this person. I would like to attack them with my...
Great axe.
Yeah, it has to be.
Crit.
I'm just stalling a lot because my laptop's being really slow. Okay. It has to be a great axe. Like, there's no other option, and there's the great axe, and it's coming, and it hopefully
Slow
it's 20.
Ooh.
It's a 20.
Yeah, 20 hits.
For 5.
Nice. You really, really annoy this guy, so he's gonna go in for another attack. I've got so many dice when it rolls. Okay, and it misses with a 9.
Brilliant.
Okay, so we go underneath as we go down to the Scarlet Marpanoff. Okay, as you've got these 2 guns sort of pointing at you, and they're going to fire off those guns and see what they do. Give me 1 second. I've got to look for the guns.
Yes, come at me.
This is so exciting.
Monsters. Okay, great. So
We cut across to Oshi, who just rolls over in her sleep.
Yeah, hearing fireworks, and it's like, fuck off.
The homemade alarm that I made for her has been ringing, yet she's not waking up at all.
Is it that? Is it the wake up hat? It's the wake up hat you saw in the gun. Slapping her in the face. All right, so you're gonna have two pistols go off, each from each side of you. Okay. So first one is 17. Does that hit?
It does.
Okay, so we're gonna go for a 2d10.
Oh shit!
So this is it's 8 poison damage. Oh no, hang on, it's 1, 2. So 17 poison damage.
I don't think it is for me. I have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance to poison damage.
Okay, so you take half of that. So you take 8, and then you also take 6 piercing damage, which would be half, would be 3.
Nice.
Okay, and then the other one goes and fires towards you. So I'm doing this without the character sheet in front of me, so I'm trying to do it a bit manually. So my apologies, everybody.
Don't worry.
I wonder if I can just do it. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I can. Great. All right. Oh, 20 that hits for 8 piercing and 16 poison damage. So it's just
I'll
like
take
boom. It's like ping, ping. It kind of goes into you. as you take 12 damage as you see the 2 drow gunslingers sort of stood next to you. So I'm just too much change them out now. Yeah, let's do that. I think it's more fun this way. These ones are definitely drow. Like they're not drow. That makes sense. They're not humans.
Great.
All right. I think that's all the movement that they're going to do. That's all they're going to do. And we go back over to the Eyecatcher. Oh God, it's like constant changing scenes. As we see.
We're one person down, guys. Let's definitely split the party.
Okay, Pups. Can you do your death saving throw, please?
Oh, come on. Oh!
That was hit dice.
Oh, no, it's a hit
dice.
dice.
Oh, 18. Okay,
Hey!
that's a success. That's because you one fail, one success.
I saw the green and I was like, that looks so wrong, but yay!
The rock gnomes down in the Scarlet Marpenoth sort of like begin to cower and just sort of like trying to keep the place operating. They're not going to do any attacking. Okay, back to Big Phatts. Okay, so you've got a rock gnome in front of you. It's like, and you've got the drow gunslingers next to you.
Okay. I know. I'm trying to decide whether go for the controls of the ship or try and take out one of the 2 drow. I'm gonna roll a d20 for it. Okay.
Okay.
Below 10, I go for the controls. Above 10, I go for the drow. Okay.
Oh, that's such a great idea.
Going for the drow. All right, let's party.
The drow. All right.
Phatts is going to move to here. Is there a window here as well?
Yeah, it's almost like these 2 massive eyes.
Good. Okay, so I'm hoping, but if I'm near a window, a miss could be devastating for all these fucking air breathers on board.
It could be if it's hard enough. I will need some damage attack on it, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Fine. And then I'm going, since I don't have 2 weapons, I'm going to go the sheep for 1 attack.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how that works.
That one. Okay, you smack into the window, so let's do the damage anyway.
Yes! Get in the window. Good. 9.
9. So you sort of like and you go into it and it's like gong! And you see this huge crack kind of go over. The rock gnomes are like, ah! And they start panicking as they try to like bring it up to the surface. Is that kind of what they're going to try and do? But you see the big cracks forming. You reckon one more hit and it'll do it?
Can I go offhand corkscrew attack?
Yeah, sure. We'll call it the axe. We'll call it the axe as a sort of, why not? But it's
yeah, so I'll go
just
for
do the
another...
shepherd. If you do the shepherd,
I'll do the shepherd. Great.
Yeah,
70.
Yeah. And you're going for the window, right?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it, I love the chaos. Or another 7.
And you go crunch with the... actually, you just go boom, and you punch into the window. And actually, the corkscrew goes right through the window, and it just goes... and the pressure... boom, as the water just pours in.
Yes.
I'm going to give you some damage for this, as you get kind of thrown around, if that's all right.
Fine.
Okay, cool. For 14 bludgeoning damage, as the whole ship gets filled with water under the pressure, and the ship just sort of just ducks and just starts going down. It happens so fast that none of the people on board are able to actually try and escape, as it just fills with water and just like implodes. As you were kind of like thrown.
No more pistols can be used underwater, I'm guessing, either.
As you kind of like, you get thrown down this alleyway back towards the conference room, and it's just like a big mash of chaos inside. Okay, as it begins to kind of drop down.
Big mash of chaos. That's Rob's favoured terrain, isn't it?
I love it. I love it.
All right, so we're gonna go back up. I know that we've only got like 7 minutes left, so we're gonna keep going and see how far we get with this battle.
Yeah, that's good. Anyone need to leave?
As we go up to Baggi, I do, for sure. As we go up to Baggi, as you are literally surrounded.
I know, it's pretty fucking terrifying. So, if I say, hypothetically, if I moved here, would that provoke an opportunity attack or not really? Because I'm still right next to the people next to me.
You would have done, but the sailor's being distracted by your homunculus, so I think you'll be fine.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to move here, thus far enough away from Pups to do this safely. And I've fucking ripped open my pocket and pulled out a little tiny weeny little music box. And I'm gonna fucking cast Thunderwave. It's only 15 foot cube around me. So
how far is it?
15-foot cube emanating from me. So it should, in theory, not get Pups, who is already down.
Let's check that.
No. I'm sure that's what it is. I've been reading ferociously.
I'm up for it being a 15-foot cube. I'm just checking something. 15-foot square? Would that be a cube?
Square? Yeah.
Or does it have its own cube? Yeah, 15-foot square, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, great. Okay, wonderful. I need to move.
No. Do you want to take that back?
Yeah, I'm going to move back. There you go.
5
foot, 10 foot. She does a little shuffle as she's reaching in. She's like distracting her. Da-da-da. She pulls out the thing. And turns the things ferociously and hopefully a big booming. So I think I believe, Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so do a con save from the first mate. Oh, it crits it.
Oh, fucking hell.
So he could take. Did you take half of that?
Yeah.
What happens with it? Let's have a look. Show description. Fails, takes 3 if pushed away. On success, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed away. So they'll take 2.
Great. Something
2.
in it.
It is something. And then the other sailors, do you want 1 roll or 2 rolls?
Let's go 2 roll. Oh, 1 roll. 1 roll. 1.
Always gamble.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
And they roll a 5. So they
Yes! Get in!
4. And how far did they get pushed back?
10 feet.
Okay, cool. So
oh, nice.
Get back, you bastards.
But as you just go, boom, as this huge like explosion happens, it's like there's a second when it sort of like rests a little bit, and then you just hear ding 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 ding, and it seems to be coming from all over the ship. As you look around you, as you look towards the first mate, as he just does a big beaming smile, as he looks towards you and he goes, "You're fucked now."
No,
as we fade to black.
Yes. What a thing.
Oh my word.
I thought of contingency plans. I wouldn't be in a giant manta ray right now. That's what I think.
Yeah, very, very true. All based on that one stealth roll.
That I chose to fail.
That one stealth roll you chose to fail, and Pups is one. Literally,
that
all
one,
it was on. But well done, guys. You know, we've seen how well plans come together. But we've had some absolute epicness as well. I think we've had a great one. Pups is still down, so that's something we do need to remember coming into the next part of the session. But yeah, I have got some fun for this that actually is lore and actually is part of the story, because one of you did something in the last few sessions, which means I can bring something else in to help you guys out.
We haven't done our flashback yet either.
And you haven't done your flashback yet.
Nice.
So there's still lots to play for. You're doing really, really well. You've just woken up the entire ship, though, so we'll see what happens from there.
I mean, I was hoping to get everyone the fuck away. I could get Pups. We'd jump out the ship. We'd feather fall down.
Exactly.
We'd just boat off.
That's what I literally thought. That's what I thought you were going to do.
Well,
I will say, like Baggi's turn, she can still use movement.
Yes, you can.
And now that everyone's moved,
should we do it? Yeah, let's do it.
Just so we don't forget.
Yeah, just so we don't forget.
Okay.
Sure. Back to the sprint. All right.
Well, where should I go? Where should I go?
Remembering that you will still have an opportunity attack from the first mate when you go.
I know.
But if you wanted to run, grab Pups and leap, I will allow it.
I do. That's exactly what I want to do.
Do it.
I'm going to run over and I'm going to grab him.
Right. So I'm going to do the attack from the elite warrior. Oh no, he misses.
Oh, thank God for that.
So as you run past and you grab hold of Pups and you leap off the edge, unfortunately you're not going to be able to cast a feather fall as you hit the water. That's when we fade to black. That's a much better fade to black. All righty, guys. All right, well, we are going to go. We will be back, not this Monday. For this Monday will be Total Party Knockout, Democrat.
Yes! Can we run the video again, Joe? Because we've got loads of new peeps in. Can we finish off with the video?
So we're going to finish off with the video, and then we will let you guys know when we're back on for Waterdeep Mallrats. All right, guys. So I love you guys very, very much. And we'll see you on Monday, 7 o'clock for Total Party Knockout. See you later.
Big love.
Bye.
Bye.